I'm here to reinforce the 7 habits because I want you to really take this seriously. So you will find, no? Nakita ninyo ni dire, are you seeing my arrow, my cursor, my mouse? Okay? So dependent gani ka, meaning kinahanglan yun ka. Di ko katindog wa ka. I need you. Okay? Independent, I can stand without you. Interdependent, I can stand but I need you to do more. Okay? So muna yung kalainan. Now, makita ninyo ang hierarchy ani, ha? Nasa lower, in between dependence to independence, you need to have this. Everybody read.
Private
victory.
So, that's private, personal na siya. Meaning, you need to have victory in yourself. Para nga makamove ka from dependence to independence. No? Everybody must need to learn to be independent. Meaning, makalihok ka, maski walay nag-push nimo, maski walay nagbantay nimo. That's very important. That's part of maturity. You develop that, no? You move from dependence to independence, you have private victory. Meaning, you've won yourself. You have self-mastery. And the habits that you need, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So you need these 3 habits to move from being a dependent person to an independent person. In other words, again, to move from being dependent, because being dependent is bad. You need to be independent to become mature. You need to have this private victory. You need to have habit 1, 2, and 3. Now, habit 1 means be proactive. I'll give you one word. You are the programmer. Okay? Be proactive, meaning you have the opportunity to decide about what life you will live. You are the programmer. Ikaw ang magbuot. Programmer man ka. Okay? So that's habit number 1. No? Being proactive means you are the programmer. In other words, bisang pag-unsa na si mong palibot, if you decide, I will move this way, I will make this happen for myself, I will achieve this, it shall be done because you are the programmer, you decide. Not your mama, your papa, your lola, or whoever, or your uyab. Okay? Dili sila mo determine sa imong kinabuhi o sa imong kaugmaon. Ikaw, you are the programmer. That's habit number 1. No? So, you practice that. Reminding yourself, I make my choice. You don't make me angry. I decide to be angry. But I will not be angry because otherwise, kung sa'y pagtuunin mo sa ako, kaya-kayahon ra ko nimo pasukuon? No way. I'm relaxed. I'm cool. Bisa pag unsa ka kabatig batasan, di ko madala nimo, di ko maguba akong adlaw. That's being proactive. That's acting as the programmer. Okay? Did you get that? You have to win that. You have to win this self-mastery that you see yourself as the programmer. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind, is simply telling us, write the program. Begin with the end in mind. Unsa man imong gusto nga program? Okay, unsa man imong gusto nga kinabuhi? Kung ikaw ang programmer, that's being a proactive person, habit number 1. So, habit number 2 is, so unsa man imong program? Gusto ko mahimo kong general manager diri sa Yeshua. So, beginning with the end in mind, mo na imong direksyon. Okay, sige, write the program. Write down what you need to do. Di ba? All these things you need to go through. All these skills you need to develop. Okay? All these relationship you need to establish. Okay? That's habit number 2. Again, write the program. What's habit number 1? You are the programmer. No? That's being proactive. Basig ang we are the programmer rin yung hinumduman na at hinumdumin po ang be proactive. Okay? Be proactive. Habit number 1 meaning you're the programmer. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind, meaning
You write the program.
Write the program.
Okay? Write the program, no? Meaning magbutang ka. Planuhon nimo na. Mo ni diri ko paingon so para makaingon ko din ni. It's like going to a place to get to let's say mamisita si Dan, so daghan dalan paingon dito, di ba? Nya you decide hamang ka mo agi, no? So you write the program to get there. Oh. And then unsa imong goal pagabot dito? Di ba? Let's say imong goal kay makakiss lang kasa, okay na. Oh, di ba? So, mo na imong goal, mo na imong end in mind. Unsa man nga mo adto man ka na mamisita magigas imong uyab para lang mo say hi. Is that it? But nothing wrong with that. But Is that it? Ano ba? Karoon mo, no? Habit number 1, you have to have victory there. Okay? And then of course, habit number 3, first things first. Simple word, prioritize. Diri sa habit number 2 imong program, di ba? Nagsulat ka program, daghan kay features, daghan kay modules. So may mong unahon, di ang pwede dunganon ni manatanan. So prioritize, first things first. Unsay pinaka-core ani, no? Unsay pinaka-importante ani unahon. So you need to have victory in that. And all those things are in yourself. Seeing yourself as the programmer, you now planning things because you want to write the program, and then you are determining unsa may ako unahon sa akong kinabuhi ani. You have to win that. No? You have to have victory there. Let me mention this ahead of time. Habit number 7, if you look at that, di ba naka-circle na siya, right? Nganong naka-circle siya? Because it encompasses all the habits. In other words, you need to sharpen the saw in each habit. Okay? You need to develop, reinforce your being proactive. Reinforce yung beginning in mind, reinforce yung first thing first habit. In other words, dili ka maingon nga, kabalo na ko ana, o na. No. You will never come to perfection aning mga habits. Okay? So, you're doing habit 1, 2, 3 because you want to progress from being a dependent person to an independent person. When you develop habit 1, 2, 3, you will make things happen for yourself. Did you get that? You make things happen for yourself. No one will dictate your life, how you will become, what you will become, the kind of experience you will want. No one can dictate, no one will dictate. You decide. That's being independent. Now, being independent is good, but it's not good enough if you really want fulfilled life, because there will be others who live with you in this earth, no, in this world. That's why the public victory. There's a public, okay? May mga tao, ayaw na nga island ka. Dili ka island. Dili ka pwede mag-inusara. You cannot isolate yourself. So that's why you need to develop this public victory. These are habits that will actually help you develop relationships so that you can move from being independent, ikaw lang, to interdependent. Meaning, I need other people and they need me also, and together we can make things far better than I can do myself. That's why I have all of you by God's grace, no? Manay grasya sa Ginoo sa ako nga naa mo tanan. Why? Because imagine na ragod, ako ra ang tao sa Yeshua. That's why mo nang ingon nga you cannot just keep all the blessings to yourself. You have to share that. And yet when you share the opportunities, the privileges, what happens? More of the blessings come, no? So mabita na nga, I'm so happy to have all of you, excited to have all of you because I know by God's grace what I cannot do by myself, I can achieve with all of you and more. And all of us will be blessed. Okay? So mabita na nga ako, honestly, I have no intention of keeping the blessings to myself. Every time I see each one of you getting blessed, and there's going to be more of that blessing, no, in the near future by God's grace. Kabalo ko, malingaw gid mo, no? And you will not regret that you have learned and developed yourself and given yourself the chance. And that's interdependence, no? So this public victory is learning to work with others well. So habit 4, think win-win. In simple word, you just remind yourself, I am blessed to be a blessing. Na-bless ko karon with this opportunity, how can I be a blessing to others? So now I work, we are in a team, and I'm blessed with the talent. The other person is also blessed with the talent. I'll do my work, I'll contribute, nga makatabang sa iya, and in the process, makatabang ko sa ako. Win-win. And then habit 5, in simple word, you can just say, humility. Seek first to understand, then to be understood is telling you you have to accept the fact that you don't know everything and there's so many things you don't know. And that the other person may look stupid, may look insignificant, or may look irresponsible. Seek to understand what's wrong with this person. It looks like di siya nag-cooperate. Pangutan na daw nga no, same problema. Then you realize, uy, di man di katugtan sa lula. O, dito na lang ta sa ila, mag-overnight. O, pagsuan. O, di ba maayo ang resulta? See? So, you have to have that humility that you don't know everything. And in fact, there are many times, especially among relationships, this is very good for manag-uyab or husband and wife, no? Or even teammates nga. Don't assume that you understand the person. Okay, you have to talk. Bisa pag close na kayo ka sa iya, no? Some people, they assume too many things. Balik, kailan naman ko anak niya, inanak mong gina siya. Really? No? So, this humility to always tell yourself, there's so many things I don't understand. Talk to me. I'm willing to listen because I want to understand. Sige na, tell me. You will be amazed. The more the person, you understand the other person, the more you can make yourself understandable to the other person. And that requires humility. Okay? So, habit number 5, simple term, humility. No? Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit number 6, no? The word trust. You need others. And you need to trust them. Pag wala kay salig sa uban, you cannot synergize. Kasi syempre, di ba? You will not work with me pa lang, basin pala danong kunin mo sa imo lang personal goal niya, di wala na din ako. 1 + 1 = 3, that's synergy. It's not 1 + 1 = 1 or 1 + 1 = 2. It's always 1 + 1 = 3 or more. Quickly, I will explain. Mura na siya husband and wife. Magtiayon, manag-uyad ng minyo. 1 + 1 = pila man? In the normal case, 3. Kung mga anak magina, di ba? So, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's synergy. Kung sa'y meaning yun, anak, yung mong tanaon. 1 + 1 = 3. Ano di ba pwede ang 2? 1 + 1 = 3 or more because, let's say, kami ni Miss A, di ba? We're working on your training. Ako, mo ni akong nahibawaan, Miss A. Si Miss A mo ni iyang nahibawaan. Ang akong nahibawaan, let's say I know 5 things about training. Miss A knows another 5 things about training. Idugang na mo na, itampo na mo na among nahibawaan equals 10. That's not synergy. Synergy means na ako'y 5 nahibawaan. Imo Miss A, pila imong nahibawaan, nasad siya 5. Okay. Sumala sa atong nahibawaan Miss A, imong nahibawaan ng sako na inapulo. Now, what can we do to improve on what I know and to improve on what you know? Then we come up with an alternative. Kaning akong number 1 nahibawaan o yung number 1 nahibawaan, ato ning i-combine nga kuan anto nayoy another training material or training module. What I know 5, what she knows 5. In synergy, we come up with, di ba 10 man ta to. We come up with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and more. That's synergy. And that requires trust. You will not be exposing yourself to the other person if you don't trust the other person. Habit 6 is trust. And some of you said it's a byproduct of or the spirit of win-win. Exactly. And in winning with the others, you need to have trust. Again, reminder sa ato how do you make sure that you can trust the person? What do you do?
Trust the person first.
Exactly. What I know, a lot of people, they say, saan di ko kasali ka na niya? I don't know if I can trust the person. Then I ask, saan man, imo na siyang gisaligan? Di ko kabalo masaligan. Di ba? Doesn't understand. Kung gusto na mo yung mabawaan nga masaligan, you have to trust the person first. And if the person will not take care of the trust, the person is not trustworthy. Mo na nang trustworthy nga word. He's not worthy of your trust. So, bawi ni mong trust sa iya. You will not necessarily hate the person, pero rin na ka magkumpiyansa. You have victory in habit 4, 5, and 6. You will progress to interdependence. And here, you can work well with others. And I tell you, and I promise you this is where we want to be. Interdependence. And I've been showing you this. For some of you, I've given tasks, I've given roles, I've promoted, because I trust you and I know you can help the organization move forward even faster. And that's interdependence, that's trust, and that's letting you experience to influence the direction of our organization. Habit 7 is a renewal. No? That simple term for that is renewal. You renew. You just have to go back to each one. Habit 1 to 6. Renew. Don't be too tired to renew. I'll give you 2 things to challenge you. Make it a goal. 1 book a month. Ug dili mahimo at sige lang, basta kay goal ana. Try it because I cannot overemphasize the importance of reading. Pero hopefully dili reading of magazine, comics, kanang dili ka na bitaw mga romance, kanang mga books nga naay relevance ba, no? Dili fictional books. Read books na kanang naay sense, no? Na kay ma-learn that you can apply. Kana yun. You read to learn. You don't read to entertain. Well, ma-entertain ka good, but you read to learn. And then, the second nga akong i-challenge sa inyo is learn a new skill. It doesn't have to be master na nimo, but something new. One lang. What is it? It could be speaking, writing, it could be sa programming related or sa accounting related. For some of you, it's planting. Why not? Because you challenge yourself to enrich yourself. You work on yourself to be better. Now, in closing, I'm challenging you. I know for some of us, buhaton ka na ako ng giingon ni Sir, kapoy ra ba na eh? One book a month, kapoy ra ba na? Learn a new skill? I don't know. Well, my question is, why do you hold back? Why don't you give it all this time? Meaning, ayaw pagbutang og reservation. Think of this. Time is running. And it's not waiting for anyone. In other words, magsikag postpone, later on, makamata na lang ka, ma-realize na lang nimo, you have wasted a lot of time. You could have used it worthily. And you owe it to yourself because God has given you so much potential, so much gifts and talents inside of you. Take this life seriously because there's so much fun in taking seriously this life. And I know you take my advice and take my challenge, take on my challenge, you will not regret it. In fact, you will thank me for it. Because you have been equipped, like you have been learning these habits, and we have this program sa Q2. You have been given the opportunity to apply and practice what you've learned, and you have whatever it takes. You have it now. By God's grace, God has blessed you.